Today we're going to talk about cities that surround Fort Bragg, and we're going to start with the big elephant in the room, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Fayetteville has a population of about 200,000 people. It's to be the biggest and closest city to Fort Bragg. Depending where you live at in Fayetteville, it could be about a 20 to 25 commute to Fort Bragg. Of course, they've got 295 now built up, and they're continuing to add on to 295, so making everyone's commute to Fort Bragg and around the areas of Fayetteville a lot better. If you're going to be stationed at Fort Bragg, you'll probably visit Fayetteville the most. It's got the most entertainment. We've got movie theaters, of course, restaurants, the nightlife, bars downtown, the new baseball stadium with their new Woodpeckers minor league baseball team. And it has the most things to do if you're looking at things to do on a weekend or weekdays. The median price range for homes in Fayetteville are between $160 and $180 at this time. That's for about a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house if you're looking to buy. And Fayetteville is located inside Cumberland County. The next place I'll speak of is the town of Hope Mills. And Hope Mills has a population of about 15,000 people. I live in Hope Mills myself, so I'm a little biased to the area, but I love it out here. We've got the Hope Mills Lake, we've got shopping, we've got restaurants, we've got movie theaters if it opens back up. We've got entertainment for the kids, we've got putt-putt, a little trampoline center for the kids, fun arcade center, and just a bunch of other things that are great. The median sale price in Hope Mills is about the same as Fayetteville. We're like a suburb of Fayetteville. We're very close. You're talking maybe 160, 180, just as Fayetteville. Nothing's changed there because we're so close. The next town I speak of is Eastover. And Eastover has a population of about 3,000 people. And it's in Cumberland County also, just like Fayetteville and Hope Mills. And the commute to Fort Bragg from Eastover is about 24 to 25 minutes. It's got a population of about 3,000 people. Now the town of Eastover is very small. We're talking maybe a town hall, a speed bump, and a flashing red light. People like living out here in Eastover because it's so rural and very country area. So you're looking at homes that are going to be a lot cheaper than they are in Fayetteville and Hope Mills because it's a small little town and it's very rural. Medium sale price is still between 160 and 180, but you're going to get more house than you would in Fayetteville or Hope Mills, but for a cheaper price. The next town in Cumberland County is Stedman, and Stedman has a population of about 1,000 people. The commute from Stedman to Fort Bragg is about 33 minutes, and just like Fayetteville and Hope Mills and Eastover, the median price range is still between 160 and 180, but just like Eastover, it's going to be a cheaper house. Well, not cheaper house. You're going to get more house, but for less money. The town of Suburban is very small. They do have a little area. They got a grocery store there. They've got a pharmacy called Banks, a school, little shops. I think a hair salon, and maybe a 1 or 2 restaurants that I know of in Stedman. The next town in Cumberland County is Spring Lake, and Spring Lake is very close to Fort Bragg. You're talking about an 11-minute commute. Depending on where you live in Spring Lake, it's a small little town, population about 12,000 people, but very short commute. And with Fort Bragg having 2 commissaries and 2 PXs, it's right next to the south side commissary and PX. Spring Lake is a small little town, but do have a Walmart. They've got grocery stores, restaurants, and some parts of Spring Lake are in a rural area. So you've got that little town of Spring Lake that's pretty busy, but then you could be out in the kind of rural areas, the country areas of Spring Lake also. The next town I speak of is Lillington, which is in Harnett County. It's got a population of about 3,600 people, and the commute to Fort Bragg from Lillington is about 33, 34 minutes, I believe. And a lot of people like living out here in Lillington because it's a very small little town. And Harnett County itself is just a rural area. So you may live in Lillington, but you'll be in the country. And I'm only going to mention Lillington because of Harnett County. It's a big county, but not a lot of towns. It's only got Lillington and Dunn, and it's got other little communities like Bowie's Creek and Bun Level and stuff like that. Very small little communities. So I'm only going to mention Lillington, but Harney County in general, people like living out here because it's again, the taxes are very cheap. You're only paying for county taxes and no city taxes unless you live in Lillington. Next place we'll talk about is Moore County, and Moore County has Southern Pines, Pinehurst, and Aberdeen located inside Moore County. Southern Pines has a population of about 12,000 people. The commute from Southern Pines is about 37 minutes to Fort Bragg. Nice little town. Southern Pines is a very nice town. It has that small little community, more of a retirement community in my opinion. It's got a lot of golfing out there, a lot of nice things to do. It's a little expensive there. The cost of living there is a little expensive, and the median price home is about $300,000 in Southern Pines. The next town in Moore County is Pinehurst, and Pinehurst is about a 45-minute drive to Fort Bragg. So it's almost an hour commute to Fort Bragg, but people like living out here. It's right next to Southern Pines, and it's a nice little area, a nice little town. Southern Pines, Pinehurst, and Aberdeen are very close together. They're almost like one big community. I don't know why they even divided them up. Pinehurst has a population of about 13,000 people, and the average price home in Pinehurst is about $300,000, also just like Southern Pines. The next town in Moore County is Aberdeen. Aberdeen is about a 40-minute commute to Fort Bragg. It's a little out there also. And it's got a population of about 6,000 people, and the median price range home in Aberdeen is about $270,000 to $290,000. The next town in Moore County is Cameron, North Carolina. And this sounds familiar to you if you're a big wrestling fan like I am. It's the home of Jeff and Matt Hardy wrestlers. And it's got a population, a whopping of 285 people. Yes, 285 people live in Cameron. Now, Cameron is a small little town, but even though it's part of Moore County, it's very rural. So a lot of country life, more country life than there is town life. And the median price range home here is about $204,000 to $218,000. The next town I talk about is Sanford, North Carolina, which is located in Lee County. Now, Sanford is got a population of about 28,000 people. It's a nice sized town. It's probably the second biggest town near Fort Bragg, I would have to say, next to Fayetteville. I've been to Sanford a few times, more just driving through, so I can't tell you much about the town, but I've lived in Fayetteville for over 30 years, so I've driven there enough times to know that it's a nice little quiet little town, not much going on there, so it's definitely that comfortable country lifestyle if you like that, and most people do. The commute from Sanford to Fort Bragg is about 41 to 42 minutes. And the median price house range is between $218,000 and about $222,000 in Sanford. The next town I talk about is Raeford, which is located in Hope County. Raeford is about 30-minute drive from Raeford to Fort Bragg. It's got a population of just over 4,000 people. Small little town. It's probably the size of Mayberry, maybe a little bigger than Mayberry. A lot of little shops and stuff like that around. Nothing too exciting, but Raeford is the biggest city in Hope County, which isn't saying much. And you've got Walmart, you've got some stuff that's nearby. So it's got that, definitely more of that country lifestyle. I think most of the cities and towns I've talked about have. But it's still close to things if you need to get to a store like Walmart and Lowe's and things like that. And the median price range home in Raeford is about $183,000 to about $197,000. So the houses here are relatively cheaper, but not cheaper as in like building wise or stuff like that, just because it is in a rural area, so it's cheaper than a city. I hope this video was helpful. My name is James Walker. I am a local real estate agent in these areas. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, please reach out to me. Love to help you. Catch you guys in the next video.